Good YouTube, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bender here coming to y'all with Draco-Slayer. This is post ban list with the face-off going to 3. I've been playing around with it when we're playing this format. Just 2 Nisters, 1 Baron, 1 Scarlight, 1 Scrap Dragon. It's good to have something that has 28 that can just pop something, and some cards can come back depending on if you use a Nister or Die Nister. You can just recur, and then there's other cards in the deck. I still do play the Vortex for the shuffle and for the negate. 1 Zeus, 1 Hope Harbinger is pretty good. 1 of this is allow you to search. 1's Atlantis, so you can reset the board. 1 Seal is powerful. Being able to get rid of floodgates, field spells, and monsters. It's pretty good. 1 Beyond the Pendulum. I don't really like it that much, but you do need it sometimes when your hand is a little bad. And if you get hand trapped early, you can just turn it into this and continue to play. Other than that, I think it's crap, but it do come up in certain situations since it's a pendulum deck where you have to use it. 1 Babuska, still one of the better cards, especially because of Zeus. And 1 Dweller. Main deck monsters. I'm looking for supers of these. 3 Luster. I love this card. It's a level 4 tuner. You can Deceive with it. You can go into Zeus with it. You can Synchro with it. You can go into Nister and really combo off. It's always good because you can also go into Dynaster, and it also can go into the Magister Pendulum. This card got better because you can pop it with Sky Iris, which is something that you Ben could do. But the fact that you have another way to summon the level 4, it is another Draco-Slayer to allow you to go into the Synchro or the Fusion. And you need more names than having this at 3 and it's on 1700. And the fact that you can search with it makes it a little bit better now than it was back then. Same with Majesty, you have more targets because of Draco-faceoff, and you have more target with field spells because I do play more than I usually do because there's more decks as threats, so there's more field spells you can use to your advantage to hinder your opponent. And it is a level 4, so that comes up for Nister. Dynamite Power Load is pretty good. I don't play the charge because you have more ways to search with Majesty, and obviously you can summon with the Fusion and the Synchro from deck, and you can summon from hand, and then Magister can search, and then Majesty can search. So you don't want to search too much because you're going to have to draw them 2. And then there's other cards in the deck like Draco-faceoff that allow you to summon from deck. So you can always have access to get this to hand and on field without overextending or overdoing too much. I do play 1 Lecter. You need it for the Draco-faceoff. Same with Vector. They're not the greatest cards, but they are strong in attack. 1950 is pretty good. They allow you to pendulum summon and still be able to go for game. Even if your opponent have bad hands, it's good to apply pressure and do a lot of damage or get your opponent low on life. And the fact that you can fusion synchro with these because they Dracos is pretty good in their level 4s. So you can Deceive with them and go into Zeus at worst with face off because you can still normal summon, so pendulum summon. And 1 Master. I will play 3 of this, but it don't really do anything. But it is a 1950 monster, and it is a level 3 scale, which comes up sometimes. And like I said, do come up with a Synchro and a Fusion and a C plays because it is a level 4 beast stick. Still do play the 1 Astrograph. It's huge for doing damage and searching. It's just a pretty good card, and you can Synchro with it too because of its level and the tuners that you have and Ash and stuff like that. 1 Sloth, I do play it for the Seal and the Dynamite Fusion, so you can protect it from being destroyed and lock your opponent from the extra deck, or lock your opponent from the extra deck. That comes up every once in a while, but you can always pendulum summon as a 2250 beater. That really does help. I still do play the 3 Seer. I don't see why I wouldn't. Like, this card is a level 1 scale. That comes up a lot more than you think because you do have to play, and if they hand trap you, you do have to summon to go into something decent. You can always go Hope Harbinger. You can always, since it's a spellcaster, you can always use it with Secret Village, and it gives you a lot of control against your opponent, because spell cards are still prevalent in the game. I still play the 3 Odd Eyes. I don't see why you wouldn't. Like I said, just searches so much in the deck that you don't even need Babuko no more. Plus, you don't even want to normal summon it for the most part. Now that you have more ability to summon your level 4s, and you can search even with Joker, this just allows you to get your Odd Eyes cards and your Magician cards and your Performer Pal cards. I still do play the Arc. It's just a good beast stick, and it's just a card that gives you recursion. With Seer, you need an Odd Eyes card. This is one of the better ones, and it's a scale 8, which allow you to pendulum summon your bad hands if you have Seer in this. It just allow you to summon a lot of cards in your hand, even Sloth. Dissolver, I still do play because of Vortex. Vortex is just too strong right now when I play this deck, because when I put it in scale and turn like this, or let's say a Seer into a Vortex, like you just took 2 mediocre cards and made it negate with a field spell that can hinder your opponent, and then you can still summon and do other stuff. It's just very powerful. I play One Celestial. I love this card. I want to continue to play it. It just gives you recursion. Purple Poison just gives you the ability to basically destroy a card, kind of like a 1-for-1 type of card. 3 Ash, best hand trap for this deck, particularly because it's a level 3 tuner that can stop most of the card effects that's in the game. And then just 3 Draco-faceoff. This card made the deck a lot more consistent, being able to always play, even if you pendulum summon, being able to summon your fusion, synchro, and the seas easier, because you can always get a level 4 from deck. Allow you to use Vortex ability to shuffle back, allow you to use a Nistor ability to shuffle back to get rid of threats and problematic cards, along the fact that it makes it easier to go into Seal, and it also makes it easier to go into Beyond, and it just make your plays a lot more consistent, because you can always have something on board, and then you can always normal summon. Since you really won't be normal summoning Babuku, you can just summon the level 4, and that just make your plays more stronger than they usually would be. And it always allow you to get cards in the graveyard and in the extra deck, because of what you summon or what you choose to do with the cards you do summon off this. I do play the Sky Iris. This is good to pop your Inister, the monster that's a Draco-slayer, and it allow you to pop other cards to put them in your extra deck for Vortex and Inister, and you can always summon them anyway with other cards in the extra deck if they're in your Pendulum extra deck up. And then obviously the Floodgates, Secret Village, and Necro Valley. And I just play one Change of Heart, because sometimes you just need a level 4, sometimes you just need a tuner, and then you just activate this and just take it. This could be an Odd Eye Synchron, this can be another hand trap, this can be another monster like Harmonizing Magician, but this is just a lot more stronger, because you can just take even your opponent monster and just go for game, take their negate, take their card that can out one of their cards, and you just change your heart out the card, and then you back ready to go. And you can always link it off or synchro it off or seed it off, and then it just outs a problematic card, and also can, like, you can take cards that can just change the duel for you in your favor and still get rid of it at the end of the turn with link monsters and stuff like that. So to me, it's a pretty fun deck, pretty cool. I'm liking it. This is only version 1.0. I will continue to play this, and it should be better versions on the channel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. I don't really like the Bistles because not a lot of light dark decks besides a couple, so I didn't really see a point of playing a bunch of them when they don't really do much for the deck but search. But since the deck never had a problem with consistency and searching, especially with Face-Off adding more consistency, I just decided to go more Draco-slayer heavy, just to allow you to summon the Bane cards that you usually win with, and it's the power card. So Draco-faceoff really helps that. Obviously Scarlight helps you in time, and it's a pretty good beater. Other than that, nothing else to talk about. Quinn Wade, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bender signing out.